Hi there everyone, we're looking at the weekly chart of Solana and welcome to the Solana Wyckoff Wild Speculation Weekly. And over the past few days the price has successfully broke above this yellow resistance line defined by the sign of weaknesses. However, at the current stage of Wyckoff pattern, this may just be another LPSY before a full retreat. So look at the period in 2022 over here. The price has fallen to a level that's even lower than what we have seen in early April, late March. It rebounded to a point or a level very similar or almost the same as where we are seeing now. Before getting into the details, you know that the practice. These sessions are not financial advice and therefore education research purpose only. However, your comments and discussions are very welcome. So, given the current situation, if we also look at the volume bars, even though last week we have seen significant surge in terms of volume, this week there's still 25 hours left for this week's candle. The volume, however, has fallen to roughly half of what we have seen last week. So, seemingly the buying intention from the market has fallen quite a bit. If we look at the daily chart, the price has successfully climbed back to the short-term playground zone, this pink box. Whether this will last long is still a question mark. There's one thing we can consider over here. This period in mid-March is pretty short. Only for 4 days the price is somewhat below the pink line. However, this time when we get to April, there were, you can tell, roughly around 10 days that's trading below that line. So the period has been longer than what we've seen in March. So this time, if the price once again fallen below this pink line, there may be a chance that it will test a lower point closer to the yellow line and then maybe trading a little bit longer between the pink and the yellow. That's a possibility when we look at both the volume and what has happened over the past 5-6 weeks. Obviously, if there are positive news coming out into the market, the price may be able to stay a little bit longer between the center line of the pink box and the bottom line of the pink box. So it will be depending on what or how the macro environment is going to develop over the next few weeks before we can see a significant change in direction. Otherwise, it's probably going to be hovering around this pink and yellow lines. So that's for Solana. I'll move on